Okay, let's get started. Welcome everybody. My name is John. We also have Cheryl here. We're the JNC Toronto real estate team. And today we're going to cover video and YouTube basics. This is part one, introduction to video for real estate. Just a quick little bit about ourselves. We're new realtors. We've been 5 months in the business now. My background is as an art dealer. Worked on cruise ships off and on for 22 years. However, long history in video production as well. My father was an actor and producer. We co-owned a recording studio back from 2000 to 2005, where we started to produce, record, and to create a lot of different videos for film, television, and commercials. Cheryl has her background in art and photography. She studied at Ryerson University, and she was also a corporate trainer, training the staff officers crew on Carnival Cruise Lines. And we left cruise ships 2 years ago to start our real estate career and start studying for our exams. Now, Cheryl had the idea of starting a Toronto blog, and it is still up there to brand ourselves. And it's www.jnctoronto.com. She thought this would be a good way to get our names and brand out there. Now, I don't know if you know this, but she loves Toronto. So she started writing Toronto blogs and adding some photography. When it came my turn, I didn't like writing as much, so I started doing videos for the blog. And in the last year, we've put up 52 videos, 81,000 plus views, and just over now 350 subscribers. Thank you for the 3 subscribers yesterday. And we just started our real estate channel. We've got 2,500 views, 15 subscribers, 10 videos. Our goal is to keep growing both of them. And I also just want to add that, as realtors, we should all know that our first job is to lead generate. Second job is to lead generate. Third job, lead follow-up, of course. Creating videos and working on our marketing is important. However, you don't need to be spending all your time doing it. If you can time block a small amount of time to do this for those just starting out, or even better, delegate if you have the leverage, some people working for you. So let's get started and give you some quick stats on video marketing and the internet. These are big numbers. These numbers don't lie. YouTube has over 1 billion users, almost 1/3 of total internet users. 45% of people watch more than an hour of Facebook or YouTube videos a week. I think that's pretty low, actually. I can kill an hour's worth of time on cat videos alone, another 2 hours for dog videos. Cheryl's always trying to rip my iPad away from me, but that's another story. More video content is uploaded in 30 days than the major US television networks have created in 30 years. 87% of online marketers use video content, and 1/3 of online activity is spent watching video. Social video generates 1,200% more shares than text and images combined. 46% of viewers act in some way after viewing an ad. Think about that. An initial email with a video receives an increased click-through rate by 96%. I know a lot of you out there send out your drips, send out your emails. You can just imagine if you could get a 96% increase on people clicking on those. You can do that just by incorporating video into your emails. Viewers retain 95% of a message when they watch it in a video compared to 10% when reading it in a text. The average user spends 88% more time on a website with video. And by 2019, internet traffic will be accounting for 80% of all consumer internet traffic. So those are pretty powerful numbers, as you can imagine. So now that you know the stats, you must all be thinking, wow, I should be using video in my real estate marketing. Well, today we're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to go over the basics, how to create videos for real estate marketing. We just covered the why you should be using video. So we're going to now cover the little bit of the how, the when, the what, and the where. So let's first of all start talking about the gear that you need. First of all, this is a necessity, must have for creating videos, a camera. That's right, a video camera or a camera phone. So every single one of you, I think, has a phone, powerful little cameras in them nowadays. That really is all that you need. That's it. And some other items that you may want to get as you start expanding your repertoire, recommended tripods, microphones. Audio is very important. Bad audio in a video can ruin it. It can cheapen your video. Lighting is also important. I'm probably seen on YouTube the really badly lit shot in a basement or in a car, you can't see the subject. Those are the kind of videos that usually people will skip right by, and that's not what we want here. A computer. Most of you do have a computer. There's some powerful editing software available for your computer. And of course, you're probably also going to want a hard drive. Hard drives, $100 to $200. You can get 4 gigabyte external drives, carry around with you because video takes up a lot of drive space. But you can see that the only thing that you need here is a phone. And we're going to teach you how to use that phone to create some powerful marketing videos and also some powerful tools for your real estate repertoire. So phone-only videos. Here's an example of a video that we sent off with an offer to lease a place for a Russian student. And this really can increase your client's chances to get a place. He did not have a credit check because he's an international student, and it was a multiple offer situation. But you know what? He got the place, and this is the video that we sent.
Hi Aristotle, I'm Cheryl.
I'm John.
And I'm Artem.
We're going to be sending over the offer to lease very shortly, but we just thought we'd give Artem a chance here to introduce himself. And
Artem?
Yeah, hi Aristotle. I'm very grateful to you for giving me this opportunity to live in this place. I mean, I loved the neighborhood when I went there first time, and I'm starting to love the city. I mean, how can you not love this? And I'd be really grateful if you really will consider my application. Thank you.
Thanks Aristotle, and we'll talk to you soon.
Here's another example. This was our first referral. And again, multiple offer situation. We knew she was a sweet girl, very well spoken. She was going to be the perfect tenant. And so we sent this video off. And guess what? Multiple offers. She got the place.
Hi Zebediah, I'm Cheryl from Keller Williams Advantage.
I'm John, her partner.
And we're here with Xenia. That's me. Xenia is our client, and we went to see 210 Victoria Street today, and she fell in love with the place. Xenia, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you very much. So I'm new to Toronto. I've just been here for a week, but I love the city already. So I was admitted to Rotman School of Management, and I'm really much looking forward to studying my path here in Canada in Rotman. And thank you very much for the opportunity to rent your wonderful apartment. I'm very grateful to you.
Thanks, we'll be sending over the offer soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Here was an example of when we were hosting an open house for Jennifer Payette. And the open house that we did, we produced a video for it. And lo and behold, an hour before the open house, it sold. So what did we do? We got out the trusty phone. We recorded this video to invite people to another property that she was holding open just around the corner. And we got such a positive response from all of our friends and followers on our YouTube page saying, wow, congratulations, way to go on selling that house. A lot of these videos are great to put up on your social media channels as social proof that you are busy. And really it's for promotion more than anything else.
Okay, update.
18 Beck Avenue has sold.
Sold. But you can still find us right around the corner at
91 Oak Crest Avenue.
And we're here from 2 until 4 today.
Another great house. We'll see you at the open house.
Okay, let's go back to the tools and the gear that you're gonna need. Let's talk about microphones. The first microphone you see up here, a Rode Video microphone. This actually clips right onto your cell phone. This top one here is good for iPhone 6 or iPhone 5. Now that they've changed the ports, there's also the second one for iPhone 7s and above. That one's just $105. We will be giving you the links to purchase all these in a separate email, as well as probably in the description here on YouTube. The third one down is a lavalier mic. That's what I'm wearing right now. It's only $17. This can connect right to your phone, your cell phone, and you can record great audio, because bad audio in a video can ruin a video. And finally, there at the bottom, we've got a shotgun mic, $50 online. This you can put on top of your DSLR camera, because a lot of you may have DSLR cameras, GoPros. You can use all of these as well. They can become helpful and useful tools in your arsenal as a video producer. All right, next you're gonna wanna purchase a tripod to keep your camera steady, keep your phone steady. This would be good if you're filming anything maybe in a studio environment, in your office. This one comes with a remote control. It's only $23. You can sort of get the next step up. They start about $50 to $100 for something that'll hold a heavier camera such as your DSLR. Next, I would suggest investing in some lights, because lighting can make you look very, very good, more professional. It can beautify you. That's what the Kardashians do. The first one that we have here is a light panel that can go on top of your DSLR camera. It's only $50. It's LED. And then the one at the bottom, it's a ring light. This actually comes on a stand. Might be good to have in your office if you're recording some talking head videos. There's also little ring lights that you can clip onto your cell phone. And so you can have the light right onto your cell phone, surrounding the selfie cam. That's the one facing you. And again, that can really make a difference as to how you look on your videos. Next, let's move over to editing. You don't necessarily have to have a computer, a desktop to do editing. If you have a lot of clips on your phone, you can put them all together, you can trim them, get rid of the garbage, and then export them as a single video. And here's the 4 that I recommend. iMovie has an app for your cell phone. 2 others that I did some research on, VideoHance and Splice Power. For those of you that don't have an iPhone and are not Mac people, if you have an Android, I highly recommend Director Video Editor. It's available on Google Play. And all of these apps, by the way, as far as I know, are free. So that's absolutely fantastic. And there you see the interface for the Director Video Editor for Android. A lot of you, though, once you get a little more advanced and educated, are going to be doing video editing on your computer. One of the most highly used programs is iMovie. It's free, and that's if you're on a Mac. I personally use Final Cut Pro. It costs $400, $399, worth every penny. And then for those of you that are on PC and maybe familiar with Photoshop or the Adobe suite of programs, it's a monthly subscription. You can get Adobe Premiere Pro monthly starting from $20. You can get the entire series or suites, and that includes Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, starting at around $40 per month. And Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere Pro, there are people that are using these programs to edit feature films that you see at the movie theaters, as well as television programs and the like. So very powerful software editing tools, video editing tools. So I'm going to give you 2 of the must-haves if you're going to be shooting video on your phone. Highly, highly recommend Filmic Pro. Filmic Pro is $15 Canadian, US, about $20 Canadian. With Filmic Pro, you can turn your cell phone into a really powerful tool. It gives you manual settings very similar to DSLR cameras. You can set frame rate, exposure, different bit rates, focusing, zooming, everything you're going to want to need. And highly recommend this if you're going to be shooting video on your phone. There's also a tutorial online. Just go to YouTube and look up Filmic Pro tutorial, and there's a couple videos up there. One of them's about 20 minutes long. Well worth it. Walks you through it all, and you can become a cameraman and professional just by watching that. There's a YouTube tutorial for everything. That's what you're going to learn over time. Next, if you're going to be recording audio, this is, in my opinion, if you're on an iPhone, the best app for recording audio on your phone. It's called Voice Record Pro. There are some others out there if you do some research for Android phones, but this is what I'm recording with a lavalier mic right now. So download this one. This one is free. So here's some basic shooting tips. Real simple. The best thing you can do is not shoot in portrait. Shoot in landscape. That means turn your phone sideways, because you've all seen those videos where online where the video is tall and it's a little bit disoriented. People don't shoot that way for film, for TV, so make sure it's the easiest step you can do to make your videos look more professional. Turn your phone to the side. Isn't that right, Cheryl?
Yes.
She always shoots in portrait. I'm like, Cheryl, turn your phone around.
I like it better.
I don't. Anyway, agree to disagree. All right, next, lighting. Lighting is very important. Avoid backlit situations. You can barely see the subject here because he's positioned in front of a nice bright window. Just because you've got a nice bright background and you want to have a nice pretty background doesn't mean you should shoot it that way. Now there's 2 ways to get around this result. Easiest way is if you see it's really bright behind them, turn your subject around. Get behind your subject and turn him around so that the light from the window is bathing his face. It'll make him or her look a lot more pleasant. It'll make your videos look more professional. If you do want that bright background, maybe you've got a cityscape in the background, this is when you're going to need lighting. So you can have somewhat backlit scenario, but if you set up a couple of lights on either side of them bathing his face, you will have the best of both worlds and it'll look very professional. Rule of thirds and composition is very important. So with regards to rule of thirds, you can look this up online and how to set it up, but essentially take your camera viewfinder and split it into 9, and you can see where we have the crosshairs on this subject right here. Move her over, put her in 1/3 of the real estate there. And then on the other sort of empty area, you can add market stats, graphs, you can incorporate other video, your logo. You'll see a lot of folks doing that, including the Treb Man who does Treb Watch. Pretty cool stuff. Go easy on the zoom. That's my next tip. Just because you have a zoom doesn't mean you should be using it. If you look at a lot of professionally done videos, if there is zooming, it's very subtle. Instead, they'll use a close-up and a wide shot and edit those accordingly. Shoot sparingly. Sometimes less is more. You don't want to have a lot of dead space. It's awful to see a 7-minute video where they talk a little bit at the beginning and then they walk around and they talk a little bit at the end. Unless you're editing and able to edit that out, I would say shoot sparingly, less is more. And planning is very important. If you want to really maximize your workflow, make sure that you come up with your concept, with a shot list, with a script, and or a storyboard before you produce the video. This will save you a lot of time. Other tips, get to know your manual settings on your camera. Manual settings are your friend. If you get to know how to use aperture and shutter speed and frame rate, it's gonna make your videos look a lot more professional. And there are basic tutorials for everything with regards to how to use the apps, how to use a camera. Just go onto YouTube, search what you're looking for, and then type tutorial, and there is a tutorial for that. I'll say as well, back up your video footage. You can buy hard drives, something like this on the screen, maybe $100 to $200 for a 4 gig drive. And that way, if something happens to your computer, your files, you've always got it backed up and you are redundant. And do a lot of R&D. That's known as rip off and duplicate. Thanks very much for that, Sean. Heard that yesterday at your seminar or a day before. Have a look around. Do some research. Find videos that you think are done really well and have very good subject matter or stylishly or what you like, and do your best to duplicate them. You don't have to, reinvent the wheel. Find out what has worked for other people and emulate it. So the types of videos that you can use, I do recommend early on making a bumper for yourself. A bumper is about a 3-second to 5-second video that goes at the beginning of every one of your videos that you'll be putting up onto YouTube. And I'll show you an example of that, but that way it's branding. It's instantly recognizable as one of your videos. Another good application is walkthroughs. You see a lot of these for listings and properties. If you don't have a Matterport, you can do a simple walkthrough. Make sure you edit it together though well. It's nice to have some motion and some flow. There's good examples and bad examples. And a bad example, in my opinion, are the slideshows. Slideshows are no more than just still photographs that are edited with music, and they may be zooming in slightly onto the photographs. It's 2018. We have the technology to be able to do videos. The slideshows, a little bit boring, okay? If you want yours to stand out, do something a little more dynamic. We can do buyer messages like we showed you earlier with our 2 lease clients. But of course, if you see you have a young couple that's looking to buy a home and it's in a multiple offer situation, try to give them a leg up. Tell their story. Pull on the heartstrings that they love the home. Try to appeal to that seller who is emotionally attached to the home. They may choose your client over someone with a higher number. Now, lifestyle videos are really hot right now. I'd keep the lifestyle videos to maybe 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and that's basically showcasing the property, but having actors and having a theme, a narrative, a story that goes along so that the home becomes one of the characters. And depending on the type of property, you can tailor the lifestyle sort of theme, script, or motif to that. You can do testimonial videos. If some of your clients thinks you did a great job, film them and put that up on your website. It's a great and powerful way for people to come and see you and what a great job you've done. You can do team videos. Who are we? What is our message? What kind of culture do we have at XYZ Realty? It's a great thing to have on your landing page on your website. Training videos, you see a lot of those. Hey, we're doing a training video right now. Put that up on your YouTube channel. Could be internal, could be external. You can do how-to videos. For example, how to stage your home, how to declutter. You can do the similar sort of videos with regards to checklists, the top 10 things you should do before buying a house, or the top 5 videos. Everyone loves those. Top 5 buyer tips and the like. Here's an example of a bumper. This is one that we have at the beginning of all of our real estate videos. And here is an example of a bumper that we did for Bar Best, which sort of matches her brand. And this will be going in the front of all of her videos. And to wrap it up here, ladies and gentlemen, it's all about the message. You don't have to own the most expensive gear. You don't have to have all the bells and whistles, the fancy special effects and titles. If you've got a good story, a good point, a good message, that is going to trump everything else. And just before producing your video, have a sit down and think about, what are you trying to achieve? Who do you want this in front of? What is your message going to be? Remember, content is king. Avoid all sizzle, no steak. It's the sustenance of the video that is the most important. So we hope you enjoyed this video basics tutorial. If you do have any questions, we are always here for you. We like to come from contribution. If you have any questions whatsoever, we like to pay it forward. It's all about karma. You guys have been great to us. We'd love to be great to you. So that wraps it up for me. Next part will be part 2, and that's Cheryl with YouTube Basics.